How's everybody doing today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are back with another banger. And yeah, man, we're going to talk this Canelo Alvarez versus Bivol. It is going down tomorrow night, you guys. I know a lot of people can't wait. It's a big matchup, you know. Canelo Alvarez is going back up to 175 pounds, which he has been at before. Beating the likes of Kovalev. But we're back again. And, you know, I think that Canelo is going to try to put on a statement for 175 pounders. He's been in between weights of 60 at middleweight, 168, and 175 of, you know, I would say 154, but it's been a while since he's been at 154. But yeah, man, I mean, Canelo Alvarez has fluctuated in weight so much, you guys. I mean, it's wild, man. You know, I don't know if we've ever seen a guy fluctuate in weight like the way he does, you know, in the way that, you know, he can go up in weight and, you know, and actually work for him. You know, there's a lot of people out there that try to go up in weight and they fuck around and miss, you know, or when they go up in weight, their performance isn't as good as we thought it was going to be at a lower weight. You know, when you go up in weight, your body, you're challenging yourself. You know, that's just off the rip. If you're, you know, naturally at 154 pounds or 160 pounds and you challenge yourself to go up to 168, possibly 175 pounds, it's a big feat. It's a big step. You know, which a lot of people can't make. You know, that's why it makes this specific, you know, fight so interesting. You know, it's between two champions at the 175-pound division, on the light heavy division. And he's not going in there with just any, you know, Coach Mo. He's going in there with a world-class undefeated fighter from Russia. And we all know them Russian guys, they come to fight. You know, Russian guys, they come to fight. You know, and Bivol is no different. You know, Bivol has definitely done enough in the sport to earn his right at the Canelo fight. I know a lot of people say, you know, well, Corey, you know, has he earned his shot? You know, there's a lot of other people out there, you know, that haven't earned their shot. Has Demetrius Bivol earned his shot? And my answer, yeah. You know, my answer is yeah, you guys. I really think he does. He's from Russia. Like I said, you guys, you know, he's won tons and tons and tons of amateur fights. He's actually was an amateur standout, you guys. I don't know if you guys know that or not, man, but yeah, man. Went as far as the European School Championships, 2005, he won gold. The European Cadet Championships, 2006, he won gold. Let me see what else we got here, man. Yeah, he's one out of, you know, gold medals. And the European under 22 boxing championships, he won gold in 2000 and I believe that was 2012. And the World Combat Games in 2013 in St. Petersburg, he won gold medal at the light heavyweight division. So this guy been at middleweight or light heavyweight in the amateur throughout his amateur career, you guys. So, you know, Bivol is definitely, he's putting a lot of work. He's, as you guys can see, he has accolades to back it up. Wow, man. And it says in November 2021, Bivol is ranked as the world's second best active light heavyweight by the Ring magazine, and ESPN, and third by BoxRec. So it's definitely, he got some good ranks, man. He's 19, 11. Like I was trying to tell you guys, you know, he's been there. He's been boxing guys for a while. I mean, he turned pro. Almost like, wow, man, this guy has actually turned pro, you know, so long ago. And some people say that, you know, his fights, you know, a lot of people don't watch fights. You know, a lot of people haven't even heard of him until he started fighting, till he got this Canelo fight. You know, I know a lot of people that say that they haven't even heard of this guy before. You know, it's kind of jacked up, but you know that's the world we live in. You know, if you're not on TV, you know, a lot of these fans aren't gonna go out and search out YouTube fighters. You know, if it's not in front of their face, you know, then they're probably not gonna watch it. Demetrius Bivol fights have been on like Russian TV, you know, which a lot of people been really watching. A lot of people, they're not. I guess they don't really watch those type of networks. You know what I'm saying? And especially we don't have those networks. So to actually reach this guy, man, and actually to see to actually see him fighting, you know what I mean? It's awesome because I've seen some of his fights. He has some of his fights on, I believe some of his fights was on DAZN. And I think I watched a couple of Bivol fights there. He's had a couple other fights early in his career too on other networks. And the more I think about it, I have fought on mainstream TV too many times, so I mean, I could probably count on one hand how many times he's fought on like actual cable network table. DAZN is an app. So, I'm talking about the Showtimes, the ESPNs, the ABCs, the NBCs, the CBSs, and Showtime falls underneath that CBS banner because they're owned by CBS. So, I mean, a lot of these fighters are getting, big names and they're getting a lot of publicity. Bivol might not have had that recognition, the same recognition or the same, I would say, the notoriety of Canelo, nowhere close. But can he get that? Can he build his fan base up? This dude's one way to win, one win away. That's a tongue twister. Win away, upsetting the world, man, and upsetting the division and putting the division on notice. Wow, man, I just think he's that close from getting this signature payday, and this is like I said, this is gonna be a huge payday for for Demetrius Bivol, career high payday, I think. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I think that Demetrius Bivol, like I was saying earlier, he earned his shot. I mean, it's not his fault that some of the other champions didn't want to fight him at the time. I think I think that I really think that Demetrius Bivol, is a good enough opponent for Canelo with people to say, wow, this guy is definitely dangerous. You know what I mean? If you put Caleb Plant, which is at 168 in the ring with Demetrius Bivol, is what's at 175. We gotta see. I feel like Bivol, has that, European style where he's, real firm on that 1-2, and real accurate with the 1-2. But as far as that goes, when you take that away, what else he have? And David Benavidez has sparred Demetrius Bivol, and he said that Demetrius Bivol is a good fighter, but he feels like he just really wants to see because he's been sparred Demetrius Bivol before. David Benavidez said he sparred Demetrius Bivol and the work was good. So listen, man, I want to see these two guys. I can't wait to see these two guys go at it. But if Canelo can get past Demetrius Bivol tomorrow, I want to see the winner of Artur Beterbiev versus Joe Smith Jr. I think Artur Beterbiev is the best light heavyweight in the world. Until proven otherwise. Until you prove me that some man can stand in that bitch for 12 rounds and take the punishment that that Artur Beterbiev has been handing out. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Some of these guys that, that fight Artur Beterbiev aren't even the same after they're done fighting him. That's how hard he hits. That's how accurate he hits. And I just think it's really hard to gauge a guy like that. Archer Beterbiev. He's another guy from Russia. But I feel like he's a little bit more technically sound than Demetrius Bivol. I feel like Demetrius Bivol is like an amateur type of style, which, like I said, in the amateurs, it won him gold. It won him, gold medal after gold medal after gold medal after gold medal. It's won him, a lot of recognition in the amateur ranks. But I feel like Demetrius Bivol was in the amateur ranks too long. I mean, has anybody ever thought about that? Like, Demetrius Bivol being, at that top level, for so long, you just it takes a lot of, first of all, it takes a lot of dedication, but it's like a lot of fans want to know, who have you fought lately? Like, who is your biggest win? And then when you're talking about Demetrius Bivol doesn't have that many big wins. He just doesn't. I feel like Canelo Alvarez's resume is a hell of a lot better than Demetrius Bivol's resume. Right now, like I said, he's 19-0 with 11 knockouts. But when you go down his resume, I mean, he fought John Pascal, unanimous decision; Isaac Chilumba, unanimous decision; Sullivan Barrera, knocked in the 12th. And that was, pretty much all of his fights have been pretty much landslide. He fought Craig Richards. That was a good fight, but that was pretty much like a landslide. I mean, 115, 114, 115, 113, and then 118 to 110. Respectfully for Bivol. All judges had it. I don't even think he's lost a round. I mean, lost a fight on the judges' scorecards. None of his fights, and none of Bivol's fights. George Hill. No. I mean, pretty much all his fights are 109, 100, 116 to 112. That's a pretty close score, but that's one of the closest ones. The same fight where he fought Isaac Chilumba, George Hill had it 116, 112. Ron McNair had it 120 to 108. And Henry Grant had it 120 to 108. So, most of the scorecards I see is this guy just pretty much landsliding everybody. I suggest all you guys stay hydrated out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting hot out there. But yeah, man. So like I said, man, Demetrius Bivol came in at a ready 174.6 pounds. Canelo Alvarez came in at 107.4 pounds. I think both of these guys will rehydrate to a pretty good weight. I think Bivol probably will rehydrate to about 185, 90. And Canelo around the same. I maybe not even. Maybe Canelo might rehydrate to 180. The more I think about it, because the way Canelo Alvarez is, he's a smaller fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's a smaller fighter. So a smaller fighter, and you're going up in weight, mind you, Canelo Alvarez used to be able to make welterweight, so it's a long ways away from welterweight status. He's at light heavyweight status, you know what I'm saying? So, I just think that Canelo Alvarez, you guys, will win. My final prediction is he will win. Even with all the accolades I just named for Bivol, I went on and on and on, for about 10 minutes of Bivol's accolades. Even after thinking about all of his accolades and breaking everything down and, I guess analyzing everything for what it is, I I just think I really Ralph Unreal, smash that like button, my brother. How are you doing today, my brother? He says in the chat, he says, let's go, Bivol. Oh, you got Bivol winning, man? Let me know. Let me know. Please let me know. Please let me know before any further. Let me know. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. If Bivol wants to be able to get the job done, he's gonna have to be active, man. He's gonna really have to press Canelo Alvarez, and he's gonna have to show him, like, look, man, I'm boss. You're not going over top of me. I mean, you're not walking over me. You're not walking through me. We're both, gonna be slugging it out. And I'm not taking a step back. Bivol's gotta have that mentality, or it's gonna be a long night for him. I'm telling you, man, the more I think about it, man, Bivol, Charles D, what's happening, my brother? Yo, Charles D, if you want to get on, bro, let me know. I'm going to drop the link for everybody in the chat, man. Have an open discussion about this motherfucking fight tomorrow night, excuse me. It's going down. It's going down, man. And I think Bivol's got his work cut out for him, man. But I think it can still be a close fight, though. I can see where it could be a close fight. If Bivol can take Canelo Alvarez's power, then it can be a close fight. You know what I'm saying? It can be a close fight. It can definitely be a close fight. If Bivol can take, that's the key word, you guys. If Bivol can take, Canelo Alvarez's punches and his power, can he take that power? And it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna beat you guys. Because Canelo ain't coming in there to play. Canelo's coming in there to take your fucking head off. You better believe that. You better believe that. He coming in there to punish you. Not playing no games. And that's why I like Canelo, man, because he's got that dog in him. Canelo got that dog in him, man. For real. Shout out to Ralph Unreal in the chat, man. He says Bivol has to sit on his punches more. That is my main worry, since he doesn't do it much. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That pity pat shit ain't gonna work, and I don't think Bivol's gonna be able to win on the scorecards, you guys. The more I think about this, and the more I analyze this fight, I just don't see him. I just don't see where he can win on the scorecards. I don't see where Bivol can win. I don't feel like two judges are gonna side with Bivol unless Bivol makes it very clear that he won. And I feel like at worst, Canelo's gonna make the rounds competitive. At worst, you know what I'm saying? Like at Canelo Alvarez's worst day, he's gonna make a competitive out of for anybody. You know what I mean? All the way up to light heavyweight. So unless he runs into a puncher like Beef that fought at cruiserweight before in the amateurs. I'm just throwing it out. I'm just throwing that out there, you guys, because Better Beef does fight after Canelo Alvarez, so you got to put that into mind. And he's gonna be, shout out to Chris Paul, you guys. His birthday's today. Shout out to Phoenix Suns and everybody that's watching the NBA playoffs. I want Philly to win. That was my squad because I'm following James Harden. That's my favorite basketball player. But yeah, man. Shout out to the NBA playoffs, man. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, man. I just really think right now, Bivol's got to show us something. He's got to show us, why is he here? Why did he get the ticket? Why did he get the golden ticket, the golden Canelo ticket, which a lot of fighters right now want? You got both Charlos that want that fight. You got Canelo Alvarez that want that fight. You got Earl Spence that want that fight. Terrence Crawford fuck around and probably want that fight. And what else? I mean, you just gotta. It's a plethora of other things and other opportunities. Smash that like button as soon as you guys come in too, you guys. Let's get these likes up, man. Please, let's get these likes up, man. Let me see what you guys talking about in the chat. Like I said, Paul has to definitely put his feet down. Like Ralph and Real was talking about earlier, man. He needs to put his feet down. If he's gonna be able to win this fight, if he's gonna be able to, you know what I mean? If Bivol is gonna win this fight and actually do what we think he could possibly do, he's gonna really have to bite down, man. He's gonna really have to bite down, man, for sure. Shout out to Charles D, man. What's happening, man? Charles D in the building. Good.
It's good, Brody.
What's happening with you, man? Free Charles D, man. Up.
They did, nigga. You know what I mean? Nigga home now. What's good?
Yeah. Free Charles D till it's the other way around, man. Yeah. Yeah. And he here, man. He finally here, man. Yeah, man. You ain't really missed a whole lot. I mean, well, you did miss a little bit. I don't know when you came home or whatever, but Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder situation, that got settled.
Yeah, I was home for the second one. I saw the third one locked up.
Okay, then. So you seen the third one? Yeah. Well, you missed the beatdown on the third one, man. You missed a hell of a beatdown, man. And my boy Music. We ain't talked in a while, Charles D. My boy Music did what I said he was gonna do. Yeah. Yeah. He beat Anthony Johnson. Remember? I told you that 3 years ago. Come on now.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think that fight was gonna happen.
I know, bro. They Eddie Hearn and Route and Music being with Eddie Hearn, that got him to. I think that really solidified him getting that Joshua fight. Because at some point, if you're not fighting Tyson Fury and you ain't trying to fight Wilder, there ain't but so many fights out there.
Yeah, but see,
and Dillian White stunk up the joint, man.
When that shit was popping off, I think they was talking about trying to get niggas to step aside so these niggas could fight for undisputed. I ain't think he was gonna get his shot at AJ. And that's when I went down. That's the last time I saw shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Ralph and Real says it's Spence versus Canelo realistic. 3-weight class difference. I mean, shit. Spence moving up to 154 after the Crawford fight. Anyway, Charles D. I think it's realistic. I think it could definitely happen because it makes money. If it makes money, it makes sense.
I don't think that fight's unrealistic. Now everybody talking about this nigga talking about he want to fight Usyk. That's unrealistic.
I mean, both. If you think about it, bro. Both fights are realistic in just the aspect of it would generate money and it would generate revenue. We don't know who Canelo Alvarez wind up fighting. We don't know down the line if the fans really gonna demand this fucking Earl Spence. If Earl Spence took Crawford and then goes up to 154, cleans out that division, he might want 160. Because I'm gonna be honest, D. I don't heard Canelo lately, but he said he wants to fight for another 6 or 7 years. That almost near Florida at about 39.
He got another 6 or 7 in him because you still got Andre, Charlo. I don't know if he's gonna fight Earl Spence. You got Better Beef. And I mean everything from 60 to 75, he good money. If he won't make fights.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And Charles D, to be honest with you, bro, I just think right now, Canelo Alvarez is like a meal ticket to fighters out there, man. To a lot of fighters out there. And if you can get that Canelo Alvarez fight, you can pretty much get that recognition for one if you do good. And then I feel like your level, you get a higher respect level, if you fight Canelo and you do well. Caleb Plant, not a lot of guys have been doing well lately fighting Canelo, though, Charles D.
Yeah, I can see. I thought Caleb Plant.
Yeah.
I thought Caleb Plant was gonna do something. I'm like, all right, yeah, he looked good. I'm
You
like, oh,
feel me though?
like, come on, son. During the press conference, the nigga got cut out. I was like, oh shit, I don't need
Yeah.
this nigga couldn't duck some shit during
Yeah,
the press
man.
conference. I'm like, oh man, he gonna whoop his ass in the goddamn fight.
So what the smash like button to you guys? What you think about the Caleb Plant versus Canelo fight? What's your thoughts on that?
Plant did good, but Plant gas, man. He slowed down, man. He good for the first 6 rounds.
Yeah.
Canelo paces himself. See, the shit with Bivol and whoever fights Canelo, you gotta fight. You gotta be able to push pace on him because you sit there, Canelo, you let him sit there and rest, man. Canelo gonna pick your ass apart. He learned that shit from Floyd because that's exactly how Floyd beat him.
You think so?
Hell yeah, look at the Floyd fight where he fought Canelo. Floyd didn't do nothing crazy. Floyd just used his jab and he was quicker to the counter. And whenever Canelo wasn't throwing, that's when Floyd was throwing. Everybody else that fight Canelo,
Okay.
they sit there and they staring at him like, nigga, throw a punch, motherfucker. Throw something out
Same
there,
thing
nigga.
yeah, same thing that happened with you guys and Spence. You guys was just standing there, Charles.
But when he threw his hands, he was able to, when he was punching with Spence, he was able to hit him. You gotta be able to, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take a little to give a little.
There we go. Do you think Bivol? I mean, how do you like this fight, man? How do you like this fight, Charles? I'm gonna let you break it down, bro. I'm gonna let you tell the people out there,
I'm
you know, what you think.
gonna keep it a bean. Bivol look big as shit next to him. If that everybody say he flat footed and all that shit, niggas gotta know, yo, Bivol has a long jab. And he goes to the body, man. Just cause he ain't been putting in no pain. I mean, listen, he's hurt almost every fighter he's fought. Now, can he land on Canelo? Huh? We'll see. But that it all starts with his jab, though. He the bigger fighter. Gotta use your size, dog. Use every advantage you got. I mean, look what happened with Danny
Possibly
Jacobs.
help him.
Yeah, like look what Danny
You
Jacobs
said
fought him.
what?
He gained all that weight and ain't none of that shit help him. Niggas got to take advantage of the fucking shit they got against them. You got height, you got size, use that shit. Danny Jacobs gained all that weight, took all them penalty shits, got his fucking prize deducted, and got his ass whooped. Know what I mean? Bivol, you tall, long jab, you go to the body, use that shit. Don't be sitting there looking at him and you just standing. Y'all niggas over there mean mugging each other. Nigga, throw a jab.
When you say throw a jab,
he gonna have to be busy.
Yeah. He gonna have to.
Everybody
Man.
talk about he worried about Canelo going to the body, but Ball go to the body too, nigga. Hit back or strike first.
Yeah,
because he ain't winning.
I think Bivol,
he ain't getting it on the undercard.
Huh?
I said he ain't getting no decision. He got to like seriously whoop his ass to get a decision. And then think about this: Floyd whooped that man ass, and one of them niggas had that shit a draw.
Wow, bro. Wow. So you said he had a draw?
Yeah, remember when Floyd fought Canelo?
Oh yeah, in that Floyd, yeah.
Yeah, one judge had that shit a draw, and it's like, nigga, what fight was you watching?
I know, man. That shit was crazy, man. Damn.
So you not
you Floyd's face?
Yeah, Floyd was like, oh shit, here come the fuckery. Like, what the fuck? You had that shit a draw. That nigga was ready to hear a draw. Like, what fight was you watching? You could give Canelo 2 rounds, maybe 3 if you're generous. But shit, nigga, the shit went 12. That means it's 9-3.
9-3. Damn, yo. Yeah,
Yeah, remember the
it was
scorecard
rough
when he fought Canelo? Nigga,
scorecards. Yeah.
Floyd whitewashed that nigga. Like
Yeah, he
what rounds?
did though. He
What
did. He really
what
did.
what rounds could you give Canelo against Floyd? No more than 3. You could give him maybe 1 because it was a competitive round, but that's it.
I ain't gonna say it was the land. I mean, Canelo Alvarez made some of the rounds close. That's what I would say. You know what I mean? Because he was being active, but then he was getting. I just feel like a lot of those shots that Canelo threw was getting blocked from Floyd Mayweather's beautiful defense.
Exactly. And none of that shit was on the other side because he was hitting Canelo clean. I don't give a fuck if Canelo face wasn't marked up. You saw them punches landing.
Yeah, man. And it's like, I feel like right now Canelo's real dangerous too, Charles D, because I'm hearing fighters saying if he hits you on the arm, if he hits you on the chest, if he grazes you on the chin, all of that shit can, adds up. That shit
That's
adds up.
cool. I
And
heard that shit with Danny Garcia.
I'm hearing fighters saying that they can't raise their arm after they fight Canelo Alvarez from all punches.
That's cool, but I heard the same thing about Danny Garcia when he fight niggas and he still lose.
Yeah.
Keith
So you
Thurman said he
think
got hit with elbow.
Bivol's gonna win?
Oh yeah, I put a little bread on Bivol. I saw the odds. I like the odds.
Oh, so you think Bivol's gonna win?
I don't think he's gonna win. I'm just saying, I'm gonna fuck some bread up on doing something. I might as well fuck it up on trying to make some money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I feel you on that. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? $100 $100 is a pair of sneakers. $100 on him, and he come through either way you slice it. You know what I mean? You make up to like $1,200.
Hey, I'm feeling that though. That's definitely. That sounds
So
like man. So you pick it.
I'll fucking yard up.
So what do you think the outcome of the fight's gonna be before I wrap it up?
If he's using his jab and he stayed busy, if he could keep Canelo at the end of the jab, we'll see. Because Canelo don't got the best stamina neither, especially if you're going to push a pace on him where he has to fight. That's one thing Canelo got against him is his stamina. But if you can make that nigga throw about 40, 50 around, you got a shot. You can't just sit there and just be looking at each other. Nigga, stay busy. You're not getting it on the cards, B, unless you whoop his ass. And even then, you still will have a problem. But if he can land that jab, hit a little bit to the body, and he can come over with that straight right, because Bivol got a nice straight right hand. And he proved he can hurt people. Nobody's seen Canelo hurt. I think Bivol can hurt him if he land that right. Or at least make him think about that dumb shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. My personal opinion, Charles, is I think that Canelo Alvarez, if he gets hit by Bivol flush, I think that could change the fight, man. I really do. It just depends on what he can hit him flush. It just depends on, you know what I'm saying. If he can stun Canelo early and make him, switch up his game plan, I think that the fight will go in a different direction. I feel like Canelo has your respect. I feel like he's gonna stop to just walk you down, destroy you. I feel like he'll actually, think real hard about coming in next time. And I think that Bivol's got Canelo's respect early, Charles D. And if he doesn't, I feel like the fight can end at any time with Canelo. If
I don't
get that respect.
I don't see Canelo walking Bivol down unless Bivol is real submissive. And I don't see that happening. That nigga's jab is too long.
Go ahead.
I couldn't hear you. What you saying?
Oh, I was saying, man, I was like, Canelo Alvarez is power there. Canelo Alvarez's power is definitely there. and I think he get hurt, Bivol, if he catches Bivol flush. I think his power transfers to 175. What you think?
Yeah, I mean he got Kovalev out of there. And that's a legit one. That's a legit 175 pounder.
Yeah. So look, man, before I head out, man, my prediction, Charles D, is I think that in the rest of everybody out there, I think that Canelo Alvarez is gonna win by I think Canelo Alvarez is gonna beat Bivol by a
A
unanimous
lot of people are
decision.
predicting a lot of people saying body shot. I don't know about that one.
What's your final prediction, Charles D? Who
They
you thinking?
thinking Bivol's gonna fold by a body shot. I don't got no final prediction. I don't got no dog in the race. I'm just taking the odds.
Because you putting that money on there too, though. Yeah, I feel you.
You damn right. If Bivol come out and use that jab, and he starts sitting on shit, because he sits on shit early and then has a. I mean, look what he did with Joe Smith. He had him hurt and then fell back. Well, he didn't fall back, but you know what I mean. But Canelo's a whole other animal, man. Use that jab and stay busy.
So we gotta see,
man.
man.
You gotta try to steal them rounds from this dude.
Yeah, man. I cannot wait, man. You guys, it's going down. It's going down tomorrow night, you guys. It's going down tomorrow night, man. I don't thank Charles D for coming on here. You guys know the work don't stop, man. Corey gotta get this money, man. So I'm gonna let you guys know, man. Tomorrow I might be going live for the fight, man. Thank you, Charles D, for coming in and letting people know what you really think. Even though you're not making a final prediction, you are putting a little bit of money on the side, man. And hey, man, I would love to see an upset tomorrow night, man. You know what I mean? We'll see, though. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm not saying it's out the realm of possibilities to happen. You see what I'm saying?
Listen, I win more than I lose on the upsets, so I take my chances.
Okay, then, man. So I can't wait to see this tomorrow, you guys. Thank you guys for watching, man. This is Corey Lee Boxing, and we've been back with another banger. Peace out, you guys.
All right, so let's stay